see here how this will work. While this propagates. All right, as people coming in, like I said, I won't be with y'all too long. Actually, I'm just waiting for the wives to get back so I can go work out. Cause I'm ready to work out now. We had a good birthday last night. I had a surprise party. I'm pretty, a little picture y'all seen here and there of that. My wife threw down with the cake. Man, that cake was good. Man, that cake was good. I just hate. This is what I hate. I can't eat no more cake because, if y'all don't know, I've been, ever since I've been back from South Africa, I've been extremely strict, on my diet, and exercise and stuff like that. And some people are kind of noticing it, but I have and it's a plan that I came up with personally, that's worked for me. And when I get to my goal, I say I'll write a book about it. But anyway, so Saturday is like my cheat day. Okay, so Saturday I eat whatever I want, but Sunday through Friday, we got to hit it, right? So anyway, I wish I had some more of that cake. Oh, that cake was good. That cake is good. And let me tell you something about that with my wife and them cakes. I don't want to eat other people's cake because I'm so judgmental for what she do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that cake dry. Oh, that cake this, that cake that. Well, anyway, so my partner Danny, now he ended up buying. All right, Kyra, he ended up buying this here. Now I know good well I don't drink no doggone tequila, but my wife drink that. In her collection, she got a whole collection of all these different tequilas and all of that. That's her thing. Anyway, so just want to just come in just real short. You say, what kind of cake was it? It was dark. It was chocolate with Oreo. It was Oreo crumbles in the middle, and then it was cookies and cream. It was cookies and cream, and then dark chocolate at the bottom. But it had the buttercream in the middle. And I'm like, oh man, that cake was good. God, it was good. I'm just saying, I appreciate your brother Eddie. But anyway, like I said, she surprised me. Like I said, she really surprised me. Cause like I said, everybody, like I said, Kellen flew in. A lot of people showed up. Sister Dimitri was there. Shout out to her. Her wonderful daughter. There was like just a lot of friends and family. But what I wanted to talk about just real quick, I'm waiting on my wife to get back so I can go to the gym. The Kenya trip is coming up in November. Okay, I know a certain amount of people have signed up already for that, but I haven't personally talked about it more other than the ad itself. What I will say about that is this: now some people went last time, and it's going to be more extended than it was the last time. But also, they're planning a special dinner, with me. Okay, so I take time, sit down with y'all, chop it up with y'all, meet you and things like that. And that's something like even we did in South Africa. We, sit down with y'all and meet with y'all. And I always like to ask the same question, what you think about it? Because this is the thing that I have with that is, I believe everyone should go at least once. If that's not your thing, it's not your thing. At least you could say you went somewhere. Because the problem that we have as black people, we don't go anywhere. We don't even travel America. That's just not even talk about that. We don't even travel America like that, And I think this is how I think about life. I don't want to, Lord bless me, become an old man, right? And I'm at the point where, okay, it's getting my time, and I'm thinking about my life, and I didn't go nowhere. Could you imagine that your whole life, you never left your neighborhood, you never left your state, you didn't even see the country that you even live in for now, right? Versus other parts of the world, like my cousin, he just talked to him, the one that sing, and he's the one, like I said, he the one put me on about Turkey, right? That's when I went got my dental work done. It's in Turkey, had my, my teeth wasn't good. You know, it wasn't good at all. And then, you know, my cousin went to Turkey. If he would have went to Turkey, I would have found out about the people he went to get his dental work done. Because when I got my dental work, when I heard the prices in Houston between $50,000 to $70,000, hey, ain't no way I'm gonna pay $50,000 to $70,000 on anything. But the price I got, you know, over there in Turkey and the way they treated, man, nah, I had to go get that. I had to go get it. So when you travel, you find out about different opportunities, right? So I think he ended up also, he just told me, because he went to Medellin, Colombia. Then he talking about he going to do some concerts in Dominican Republic and stuff like that. And then when you travel, I'm going to tell you about travel. Travel makes you grow as a person. That's what I'm going to tell the people. It makes you grow as a person. When you travel, even y'all had this discussion about immigrants, if you travel and go to those countries, you really get to see the hustle. You really get to see how the government do different things with them, right? You really get to find out what's the deal with them. And you get to find out how our government go in them people's country, ruin their situation to the point they leave and come over here. This is the thing about the immigration situation. And it's a, like, this country is crazy with this. So you go to somebody's country, you take their resources, you doing a lot of dirt down there, wherever you at, and then it gets so bad that them people feel like they can't make it on their own. So America is the biggest catfish ever, because America's a catfish. And what I mean by that, everybody think, oh, America just, oh, it's so much opportunity, it's so much this, and it's so much better than where I'm at. It's the biggest catfish. I thought about that the other day. America catfishes everybody until you get over here, and you see it. Then you really see how you got catfished, right? There's some opportunities, yeah, but those opportunities we have here is the expense of other groups of people suffering. It's suffering. See, the life y'all living here is because other people suffering things that they're taking away from these other groups that come. Listen. If you all you gotta do is do some research about Latin America and look at all the stuff that's been done. All that drug cartel, all that, man, that's being allowed to be done, bro. That's being allowed. Because trust me, they can stop it tomorrow if they want to. You ever thought about that? None of those people got military or nothing can stop our military. None of them. They can go shut that down like this. Well, they can't do that. They got sovereign nations. They went into Iraq. And they didn't need permission to go there. They went to Afghanistan. They didn't need anybody permission to go there. They don't nobody permission. So if they really wanted to go stop the cartel in Mexico and the cartel wherever they at, they can do it tomorrow if they want to. But they don't. They don't. Because the biggest cartel is actually the pharmaceutical cartel. That's the biggest one. Man, you get knocked off if you start messing with that one. And look, they so powerful in the U.S. that you can't even sue them. You can't even sue them. Nobody going to jail. I mean, well, you can get some money, but nobody going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So when you travel different places, you get to see kind of like, oh, okay, man, they in a messed up situation, but they in a messed up situation. Let me tell you something. The West is very parasitic in how they do the world. They have to be literally parasitic in every country. And then this is how the West benefits and how it's so-called better than these other places. Because they're siphoning the resources. They're siphoning the talent. Like, they'll take all the best of those other people's countries and bring them over here. And then what are they left with? They ain't left with crap. They not left with good people. The same thing. What if a country took all of the best of America out? Like, all the best, you know, whatever we got. Take it all out. Right? And go to those countries, and you left with people that don't have no skills. America would turn into that. You talk about, like, for instance, the France situation. France admitted, their former president, that France would turn to a third world country without African nations. They are a parasite, the France, to, 13 African nations? I'm telling you, the reason why you live in this so-called better life than other people is because other people are suffering for you to live a better life. I'm just being honest with you. But you don't see it until you start traveling and seeing things for yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is why I try to tell black people, you got to be traveled. You got to be real well-rounded, traveling the country you live in, traveling, go everywhere. I tell people, get your passport and travel. I'm not telling you what you can live whatever you want to live. Do you? But what I'm saying is travel. And when we have these group trips, okay, some of you never traveled before. Some of you say, man, I've never done that before. You can go with other people that's like-minded people like you, where it's guided. Now, once you get to the point that you know more, you don't want to do that type of group trip situation, don't. And the only reason that we have, or I've even agreed to do any kind of group trips, is because y'all had asked me to. That's not something that I'm into, because and that's why I say, listen, I'm not going to facilitate it. I need brothers and sisters that know what they're doing to do this. But I think it's important for y'all to travel. It's so important. Like, listen, we grew up in neighborhoods where we wasn't exposed to anything other than the struggle. I grew up in the time of the paper food stamps. You pay somebody, listen, see, back in that day, you give somebody $5 of food stamps. Look, man, I ain't got no money, but I give you $5 of food stamps. You take me somewhere. I remember $5 would get you 5 gallons of gas. Now today, $5 won't get you a gallon. That's crazy. That is freaking crazy. To go from 5 gallons when I was a kid for $5 to $5 won't get you a gallon of gas. That's crazy. You say you're going to be at the state fair in October. I don't know what I'm doing in October, but the person I always get in contact is not really me, it's Kellen. And then, because Kellen has more access to my schedule and different things that I have going on. I can't speak it that far out. Some things I have on the list, but I don't know. So holler at him if there's any kind of, business or anything like that. But we grew up in neighborhoods where we were so insulated with our own issues and problems. And some of us, like I said, never leave our neighborhood. And that's tragic. Also, at the same time, because we don't leave our neighborhood, because we don't do anything outside of that, it makes us very ignorant. And I will say the American public is very ignorant in a lot of ways. You can tell how they respond to things. I said the public. It's not just one group of people. It's the public. Now, I'm doing this at the dinner table. I'm here with the kids for right now. I'll wait, like I said, wait for my wife to get back. So, hey, y'all don't get, what y'all doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, don't make noise. You don't have to do cheering. Anyway, so it makes us ignorant in a lot of ways. That's why when some people talk about, like, when you talk about the immigration, like I said, once again, it goes back to the immigration thing. If you travel, you know why some of them people coming over here. And also, I know when you didn't travel, when you even mentioned about Africa, we say, well, you talking about going over there, why they coming over here? If you would be there, you know why they coming here, and you know why we get more of it. Do you know Black American privilege exists? You know, I didn't know that really existed to travelers. There's a thing called Black American privilege. We don't get that in America. We don't get crap in America. But Black American, hey, boy, you see Pawpaw working?
Yes.
Okay, quiet. All right. Anyway, so there's a thing called Black American privilege. We are more privileged outside this country than inside the country. Okay. If they think someone's African, like Africans are actually treated bad sometimes in some countries. But the moment they hear you talk or whatever, they're like, "Oh, you American?" They find out you're American. They immediately change with you real quick. They can be ugly with you. Now me, if they was to do that to an African in front of me, I'ma say something. I'ma check them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what you treating him like that? What you treating her like that? Okay, so they African. I don't care about that. We all African in my eyes. So, like, what's the difference? Nobody can tell the difference between me and them until I open my mouth. But Black American privilege do exist. Also, the Black American privilege that you have is the U.S. dollar. The people that's immigrating to this country, their currency don't match the U.S. dollar, right? So, let's say Kenya. A Kenyan that's struggling in Kenya, it's better for him or her to come over here to UK, whatever, right? It's better for them to come because now they're making British pounds. Actually, the British pound is higher than the dollar. Or they're making US dollars. Now, If they come over here, they get their bag up. Now they sending money back, right? So now it's a benefit. Now, why you got an advantage is because for every, let's say for every $10 that you have, it's like what, over 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Your money is going to be worth a lot more at the exchange rate. That's why you're going to benefit. And you still having that blue passport, you still have access back to America for whatever you want. You don't have to get a visa. You don't have to go through the crap that other people have to go through to get into this country, right? So you having the privilege to go in and out of the West and be wherever you want to be. That's why Americans are moving to other countries, because as long as you got the US dollar, you are actually more advantaged than anybody else. Matter of fact, what's been happening, I heard in Portugal, a lot of California, let me mention these California people. Oh, I got to mention them. And this applies to the United States too. You California people, I love my family, but y'all ruining a lot. Let me tell you what y'all doing. Y'all moving places and want to pay California prices. Why did you leave California if you want to pay California prices? You should have stayed in California. Let me give you an example of what these people in California are doing. And they've been doing that right here. I saw a sister the other day was going in about California people coming to Texas and messing up the housing market. So they got a house in California that they sold for like $1.4 million. Okay. Now, a thinking man or woman would think, okay, if I move to Texas, I move to Georgia, I move, somewhere in the South, this is going to be a bag for me. Okay? I'm about to take advantage. This is not what those California people are doing. They'll come down to a place like Texas. Let's say with their $1.4 million they just sold their house for in California. Come to Texas, and then you see a house. Let's say the house is $300,000. What these California people are doing, because they want the house over everybody else, they're coming here saying, well, I'll give you $500,000 for the house. Why are you doing that? Like, if the house is $3, pay $3. Why are you giving them $200,000 overpriced? Why are you giving them freaking $300,000 overpriced? And then what you are doing, you California people, you are messing up the market, because now you're jacking the prices up in Texas for real estate. The purpose you came down here is to save on the state tax, to lower housing costs, better economy. This is what you came here for. Okay? That's what you came. Allie, know what you're doing.
Getting that.
Why are you getting ice cream?
Oh, sorry.
Because now that boy gonna be asking for that. No, put that up. Put that up. No, it's too early. You ain't eat dinner. No. Anyway, so y'all come down here jacking the housing prices up. And then what y'all gonna realize, you California people, what Texas what y'all don't know about Texas is we don't have a state tax, but we got high property taxes. We got okay, Miss Gloria. Let me respond to Miss Gloria here. This message is for the people who are homeowners. That's the message who is for. Homeowners who's been selling their homes and moving to Texas. Let me put that out there, okay? Those people are messing up the housing market. Now, what I'm trying to warn you about Texas is we don't have a state tax. But we have high property taxes. So you went up here and bought that house for $600,000, $700,000, you will see how them payments going to be, or at the end of the year, you're going to see. Lord, these kids. Adelina, what are you doing now?
There was no rice, no chicken, so I'm getting some leftover pizza from yesterday.
No, why? Well, did you eat breakfast this morning?
I ate an hour ago, like a long
Okay. Oh Lord, no. Wait till your mama get back. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. You just no. What I told you about that? Don't do that. We will not be in the habit of just eating to be eating or eating to be bored. No, we don't do that. You want something, get you a piece of fruit. I got an apple over there. What's in the fridge?
Watermelon that grandma cut up.
Okay, get that. Get the fruit. Perfect. Don't drop that, little girl.
I won't.
Lord, I'm cheering. Anyway, hold on. Let me respond. He said, I understand what you're saying. He said, I love it. He live in Vegas now. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, we talking about the people that's jacking up the housing market, because some of you may want to get homes and live in Texas or some southern state, and then now the California people, they cause the housing market to go up, and it was never like that. You know what I'm saying? Now in Portugal, Lisbon, to be honest, California people have been moving to Portugal, and they've been doing the same thing over there. They've been paying higher prices for what they should be paying to get stuff, and the locals now are pissed off because they can't even get anything themselves because the market went up because of California people. When I went to South Africa, when I heard how much you could pay a month for house help, like Sister Davina, the sister you probably see me interview, Sister Davina had told me $200 US a month you could have house help. Now it translates, to more money for them, and I'm like, $200 a month? I don't feel bad paying somebody that. You know what I'm saying? And she said, no, do not pay more than what they asked for. You're going to ruin everything. And I see what she meant. Yeah, you're going to ruin it, because if I come in there saying, nah, you need to get paid, at least, $1,500, $2,000 a month or something. That ain't right. Then what's going to happen is I and other black Americans going to pay the same thing. And then now the house help going to go up to that price when it was never that price. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to be careful when we move to certain areas not to mess up the economy because you got more money. So you think, I'm just trying to get access to this. I ain't worrying about all that. Some people, you can even think, I'm just helping my people out. So I want to give them more money. You can give a tip. I say give a tip, fine. Tip somebody. But don't start paying too much over what it is, because you're going to mess it up. The South is inexpensive here for a reason. It needs to stay that way. It makes it very attractive to people. And it needs to stay inexpensive because black people need to be in places. Listen, you can't At one point in time, I remember you can get a 2-bedroom apartment for $500 a month. You can't do that in America no more. Now, Sister Asha, shout out to her, in Johannesburg, South Africa, she's paying $600 a month for a 2-bedroom in a fly area. But if you're not willing to do that, rent now has been averaging up to $2,000 a month. You say, hold on. He said, I'm in Johannesburg in the moment. He said, a tomahawk cut steak is 28 in USA. Yeah, okay, you in Johannesburg. Okay. Yeah, bro, man, I'll look at them flights to Johannesburg, man. Don't go in the summertime, but like starting in September, October, the flights are inexpensive. You know what I'm saying? They very inexpensive. I was looking at some flights the other day, especially if you fly to JFK, because you fly to Atlanta, it gets very expensive. If you fly to Houston, it gets expensive. But if you actually fly to JFK, you get a more inexpensive flight. Don't turn it up too loud, boy. That's enough. Hey, Adelina, take the remote from him. Adelina?
Yeah.
Take the remote from him. A 3-year-old don't need no remote. That boy gonna break something. Anyway, so that what's that hotel? That Marriott in Melrose Arch. That's a nice hotel. That's one we stayed at. Very, very, very nice hotel. I would tell y'all stay there. And then you got Marriott. You can use your points and all of that. So don't mess up the economy. See, the brother said $28 for a steak. Okay? You can't even get steak, which I don't eat red meat. But if you do eat red meat, there you go, $28. Yeah, man, you could eat all day. When I went to Cape Town, and what's that place we went to in Cape Town off the water? Oh, it was beautiful. Well, I met the sister that watched my show from Tanzania. God, I forgot the name of that place. But that was so... Adelina.
Yeah.
Take that remote and turn that down. Anyway, that place was so beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, but just travel. Sign up for the Kenya trip. You know, because like I said, it'll be good to do that. Like I said, November. You want to go to the beach. They'll be going to the beach as well. They're going to the Charlie Islands and things like that. You've never seen that. Don't. You said Portugal is the #1 relocation destinations for the wealthy. Man, the average American who got a middle class income and it could be a digital nomad can move to a lot of these countries. Now you ain't got to be wealthy to move to none of these countries. You really don't. Now me, this is my thing. I'm not gonna be moving to no European country. It ain't happening. Like I told people, if you're gonna leave the West, get out the West. Why in the world are you going to a European country? I want to do a video, I think a live stream, about how black folks are treated in Korea. And I'm sitting there tripping out listening to that. And I'm like, why would y'all leave America to go deal with the same things? I don't get that. I don't get it. If you're going to deal with the racism, stay here in America and deal with that. At least you got some rights to fight some things. When you go to these other countries, you ain't got no rights. So what you gonna really do about it? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I said, I'm not gonna leave racism to go live in racism. That's silly to me. That's like silly and asinine to me. But do you? I can't tell you where to stay. Do you? Now I'll visit places. I'll visit all kind of places. But living, nah. And if a place gets on my nerves, I get on the plane and leave the next freaking day. Here comes the dog. But she is like so obsessed with the freaking door. But anyway, my wife is back. So, hey, babe, that's you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, now I can go to the gym. Anyway, y'all, make sure I'll post a link for the Kenya trip. Make sure y'all sign up. How much food left?
I gave away a lot of.
You didn't give away my fish?
No, it's there.
Okay,
The
all right,
little
cool.
pieces.
Well, anyway, y'all, sign up for the Kenya trip, and then let me go ahead and go and get out of here.